Hello friends, in this video we will guide you through complete myBillBook web application. First, log on to mybillbook.in and you will be directed to the myBillBook landing page. Now to log into your account, click on the login button. Now you can either log in with your mobile number, or if you are already logged in on your mobile application, then you can also log in by scanning the QR code from your mobile app. Once you are logged in, you will land on the dashboard screen of your account. On the dashboard screen, you can view some important information regarding your business, such as the total amount you need to collect from the party and the total amount you have to pay to the party. For a detailed breakdown of this information, click on the respective section and you can check the individual balance amount for each party. Below these details, you can review the latest transactions you have made. It will display the information about the latest vouchers, including sales invoices, purchase invoices, payment in and payment out records, debit notes, or any expense records. For each transaction, you can see the transaction type, transaction number or an invoice number, party name, and the amount of the voucher you have created. To access the details of all transactions, simply click on See All Transactions, where you will find a comprehensive list of all transactions you have made. You can search for them by the invoice number or by the party name, or you can filter them by the date range. Below the latest transactions, you will see the sales report, where you can check the daily sales amount, the total sales amount in the last 7 days, and the number of invoices you have made in the last 7 days. You can also set the format of this sales report weekly wise. And you can check the total sales amount in last 4 weeks and all the invoices you have made in the last 4 weeks. On the right hand side, you can also check the total cash plus bank balance currently you are having. On the left hand side of the screen, you will see a navigation bar where you will find all the features of this application. Here on the top, you can see the option to create a sales invoice, and also you can create a new party, new item, or any sales voucher or any purchase transactions. If you click on Create Sales Invoice, you will land on Create Sales Invoice page. Now to create a sales invoice, we require at least 2 details: the party name for whom we are creating the sales invoice and the item that we are selling to this party. Now if I click on Add Party, I can see the list of all the parties that I have added to my account. From here, I can select the party name. Similarly, if I click on Add Item, I can see the list of all the items that I have added to my inventory. And from here, I can add them to the invoice. Now we will see how we can add parties to our business account. Here parties refer to both customers and the suppliers. And moving forward, we will see how we can add them separately. On the navigation bar, you will see the option Parties. Now click on that and you will land on Parties dashboard screen. You can notice that it is the same screen that we have seen earlier, where you can check the total amount that you have to collect from the parties and the total amount that you have to pay to the parties. And also, here you can see the list of all the parties that you have added to your account along with their details. Now to create any new party, click on Create Party and you will land on Create Party page. Here you can enter the details like party name, mobile number, and email address. If you have any opening balance with the party, then you can enter the amount in the given field and you can select whether you have to collect this amount from the party or you have to pay this amount to the party. Next, you can enter the GST number and the PAN number of the party. If the party has a registered GST number, Then on entering that, the party details such as name, email address, PAN number, billing and shipping addresses will get auto-populated in the respective fields. Next is the party type field. Here you can select whether the party is a customer or a supplier. Please note that the party name and the party type are the mandatory fields to add any party to the business. Next is the party category. For example, if you have a national level business, then you can categorize your party with the category name such as North Zone, South Zone, East Zone or West Zone, etc. To create any new category, you can click on Create Category and you can enter the category name. Now click on Save and your category will get created. Next, you can add the billing and shipping addresses for the party. Either you can keep the shipping address same, or if you want to add the different shipping address, then you can simply remove the checkbox and you can enter the new shipping address. You can also add multiple shipping addresses by clicking on Add Another Shipping Address. Next, you can add the credit period and the credit limit you want to offer to the party. Lastly, if you wish to add any other details of the party, then you can add them as a custom field. As you can see here, I have added Aadhaar number as a custom field where I can enter the Aadhaar number of the party. If you want to add any other details, let's take the age of the party. For that, you have to click on Party Settings and click on Add Custom Field. Now enter the field name and click on Add. Then click on Save. And you can see the age field is added under Custom Field section where you can enter the age detail of the party. Once all the details are added, click on Save and your party will get created. Now on the party details page, you can check all the details of the party, and if you wish to edit them, then you can simply click on Edit. And if needed, you can also delete the party by clicking on the delete icon. Now we will see how we can create or add items to our business. On the navigation bar, click on Items and you will land on Items Dashboard screen. Here you can see the list of all the items you have added to your business, and also you can check the total stock value of the items on the top left corner of the screen. While adding the items, you can also set the low stock alerts and expiry alerts for the items, and that will be displayed on the dashboard screen. As you can see here, I have some items whose stocks are low, and if I click on it, it will show all the low stock items along with their current stock details. Similarly, I can check the items which are going to expire in next 30 days, as I have set the expiry alert before 30 days of expiry. Now we will see how to add a new item. We have categorized items in 3 types. First is the regular item, such as footwears, clothes, etc. Next is the batched item, which comes with the expiry date, such as dairy products, bakery products, cosmetics, etc. And the last one is serialized item, which comes with a unique serial number or a IMEI number, such as electronic items, refrigerator, washing machine, mobile phones, etc. If the user is any service provider, for example internet services, then they can also add their items as a service item. Now, if you are creating any regular item or a service item, directly click on Create Item. And if you are creating any batched item or a serialized item, then from the item settings, first you have to enable batching or serialization as per your requirement. When you enable batching, it will also ask you when to get alerts. As we know, batching items comes with the expiry date, and you can set the expiry alert 30, 60 and 90 days before the expiry date of the item. Similarly, if you enable serialization, it will ask you to choose the field name. You can choose the name as serial number or IMEI number as per your requirement. While adding the items, if users also want to add the MRP and the wholesale price of the items, then they can enable these fields using the toggle buttons. On the top of the item settings menu, you will see the stock value calculation field. From here you can set the stock value calculation either by the purchase price or by the sales price. Now let's create a new item. Click on create item and a create new item menu will pop up. Here you will see 4 different sections: basic details, stock details, pricing details and custom fields. Now let's enter these details. Item type and item name are the mandatory field to add any item to your business. Now you can select item type as product, and if you are adding any service item, you can select service. Next is the item category. For example, if you have a clothing business and you have clothes of different brands, then you can categorize your items by their brand names. Next, you have to add the item name. Next, you can see the toggle to show the item on the online store. Now, how to create this online store we will see further, but if you wish to display this item on your online store, then you can enable it from here. Now you have to add the sales price, and you can select whether these prices are with tax or without tax. Next, you can select the GST rate on the item from the given list, and if the item is tax exempted, then you can select exempted. If you don't know the tax rate on your item, not to worry, just select none here, and when we will add the HSN code of the product, then the tax rate will get auto updated here. Next, you can add the measuring unit for the item. Either you can select from the given list or you can type manually in the given field. Next is the opening stock field, or we can say it is the details on the current stock you have for this item. We can add these details in the stock details section. At the bottom you can see enable batching and enable serialization option. You can enable these when you are adding these types of item. We'll show you further how to add them. Next we will move to the stock details section. Here you can add the item code. If you already have it on the item, then you can type it manually in the given field, or you can generate a new barcode and the item code by clicking on generate barcode. Now click on view code and you can see the newly generated barcode and the item code. Either you can download it or you can print this barcode. Next, we can add the HSN code of the product. If you already know the HSN code, then you can type manually in the given field. If not, then click on find HSN code and you can search the HSN code by typing the item name in the search bar. Once the HSN code is added, the GST rate will get auto updated in the respective field. Measuring unit we have already added, and if you want to add any alternative unit, then you can add it by clicking on add alternative unit. Now enter the opening stock and select the date when you are adding this stock. Next is the option of low stock alert. You can enable it from here and enter the low stock quantity in the given field. Now, when the item goes below the specified quantity, you will get the low stock alert on the mobile, and also it will be displayed on the items dashboard screen. Now, if you wish, you can also write any description about this item, and you can also add up to 5 images related to this particular item. Next, we will move to the pricing details. Here you can add the sales price, purchase price, MRP, and also you can add the wholesale price and the wholesale quantity of the item. So whenever the customer purchases this product equal to or greater than the specified quantity, then the wholesale price for the item will get auto updated on the invoice. Now apart from these details, if you wish to add any other details for the item, such as color, size, model, then you can add them as a custom fields. Now you can see the color and size fields are added, and here you can enter these details. Now if you are adding any service item, then on the basic details, just you have to select the item type as service, and rest all things will remain same. Similarly, if user is adding any batching item, then they have to enable batching, and a new section named as batch details will get added, and here they have to add batch number, opening stock, as of date, measuring unit, expiry date and manufacturing date. And if you are adding any serialized item, in that case you have to enable serialization. And here one more section will get added, IMEI or serial number, where you have to enter the opening stock details and you have to enter the serial number or IMEI number of each items you are adding to your inventory. Once all the details are added, just click on save and your item will get created. On the item details page, you can verify all the details of the item, and if you wish to edit them, just click on edit, and if needed, then you can also delete this item by clicking on the delete icon. You can also check the stock details when the stock was added and when the stock was reduced. And if you want to adjust the stock, just click on adjust stock, select add or reduce stock, enter the quantity, and click on save, and your stock will get added to your inventory. Next, we also have the option to add the items in bulk. Go to the items dashboard screen and here click on bulk actions. Here you will find different options to add the items in bulk. First is bulk add items using the Excel sheet. Next is using the purchase bill. Then we have a product library where you will find more than 1 lakh items, and from there you can directly import the items to your inventory. Next is bulk add items from other softwares. You can directly import all your items from Vyapar, Tally, Mark or other custom softwares. In the case of Excel sheet, you have to click on bulk add items. Now an Excel sheet will open, and here you have to fill the details of all the items that you are going to add, such as item name, description, category, unit, item code, and the other details. After adding all the details, just click on add items, and all your items will get added to your inventory in one go. Now we will move to the sales vouchers. On the navigation bar, click on sales, and you will land on sales invoice dashboard screen. Here you will see the list of all the sales invoices that you have created earlier, along with their details such as party name, invoice number, due date, amount, and the status of the invoice as paid or unpaid. On the top of the screen, you can check the total sales amount, total paid amount, and the total unpaid amount. And below that, there is a search button. From here, you can search any particular invoice by the party name or by the invoice number. Next to that, there is a date range filter. And from here, you can select any of the date range, like this week, last 7 days, this month, previous month, or last 30 days. On the right hand side of the screen, there is a reports drop down, and here you will find some sales related reports such as sales summary, GSTR1 report, day book, and bill wise profit report. Now to create any new sales invoice, users have to click on create sales invoice, and they will land on create sales invoice page. On the top of the create sales invoice page, they will see the business name, address, phone number, and the email address. And if they also want to add the company logo here, then they can simply add by clicking on add company logo. If users want to hide these details, then they can simply click on hide details. Next, they have to add the party name for whom they are creating the sales invoice. Just click on add party, and here they will find the list of the parties they have added to their account. Either they can select any of them, and if they wish to create any new party, then click on create party. Once the party name is selected, their billing and shipping addresses will get auto-fetched. And if the party has multiple shipping addresses, then you can change it by clicking on change shipping address as per your requirement. Next, you can edit the invoice prefix, invoice number, you can select the invoice date, and you can also add the due date here. Either you can enter in number of days, or you can directly select any particular due date from the calendar. Next, you have to add the items. Click on add item, and your inventory list will open. Now from here you can select any of the item. If you want to add any new item on the sales invoice, then you can create a new one by clicking on create new item. Once all the items are selected, click on Done, and your item will get added on your invoice. Now you also have the option to edit your item details such as MRP, quantity, price, and you can also apply discounts on any particular item separately. Here you will also find Scan Barcode option, and from here you can directly add your items to your invoice just by scanning the barcodes. Below that there is a Add Additional Charges field. From here you can add any additional charges like delivery charges, packing charges, or any other charge. Just you have to enter the name and the amount. Now below that, there is a Add Discount field. When you click on that, a discount field will get added here, and you have the option to add the discount after tax, or you can add the discount before tax. And this discount is a invoice level discount. Either you can enter the discount in percentage, or you can enter any specific discount value. Below that, you also have the option to apply the TCS on the sales invoice. When you mark this checkbox, the Select TCS Rate field will appear, and from here you can select the TCS rate as per your requirement. Below that, you also have the option to auto round off the total amount. Either you can auto round off the total amount, or you can add or subtract any particular value on the total amount. Now, if the customer has made you a full payment, then you can mark as fully paid. Else you can enter the amount that you have received from the customer, and the balance amount will get auto updated below the amount received field. And you can also select whether you have received this payment through cash or on your bank account or through a check. Next, you can also add the signature on your invoice. When you click on Add Signature, either you can directly upload the signature from your desktop, or you can leave an empty space on the invoice where you can sign manually on the invoice. On the left hand side, you also have the option to add the notes on the invoice, and below that you can add the terms and conditions. You can also add the bank details on your invoice. As you can see here, I have added the bank details. If I wish to change this bank detail, I just click on Change Bank Account, and here I will see the list of all the bank accounts that I have added. So from here I can select any of that and click on Done. Similarly, if I do not want to display the bank account details on the invoice, I just click on Remove Bank Account. Once all the details are added, just click on Save. And your sales invoice will get created. Now, either you can download this invoice, print this invoice, or you can directly share this invoice to your customer through WhatsApp or SMS option. And here you can see you also have the option to generate e-way bill and e-invoice. If you want to edit any details on the invoice, just you have to click on Edit. And if you want to delete this invoice, just simply click on Delete button. Similarly, we can create other sales vouchers such as quotation, payment in record, sales return, credit note, delivery challan, and performa invoice. Below that, we also have purchase vouchers. When we click on that, we will land on Purchase Invoice dashboard screen. Now similarly, to create any new purchase invoice, click on Create Purchase Invoice, and you can enter the details like party name, item, additional charges, discount, and here you will also get the option to add the original invoice number against which you are creating this purchase invoice. And here you will also find some other purchase vouchers such as payment out, purchase return, debit note, or purchase orders. Now, if users wish, then they can also change the theme and color of their invoices, and also they can add some additional information on their invoices by using the Invoice Settings option. For that, they have to click on the Settings button on the Sales Invoice dashboard screen and click on Full Invoice Settings. Now, on the Invoice Settings page, users will find some different themes option such as Advanced GST theme, Stylish theme, BillBook theme, BillBook A5 theme, Modern theme, and Simple theme. And below that, you can choose the color as per your requirement. Now here you will find a custom theme option. From here, you can design your own theme and you can edit it as per your requirement. Now, under Theme Settings option, there is an option of Show Party Balance in Invoice. When you mark this checkbox, then for the selected party, the previous balance and the current balance will be displayed on the invoice. Then we have Enable Free Item Quantity option. This will allow the users to add the free quantity of the items on the invoice. And below that, there is a Show Item Description in Invoice option. When you mark this checkbox, then the descriptions that you have added for the items will be displayed on the invoice. Now, if you wish to add any other additional information on the invoice, then you have to click on this drop down Invoice Details, and here you have to click on Add Custom Fields. Now, in the given field, you have to type the field name. Let's take Salesman and click on Add. And now you can see Salesman field is added on the invoice. Similarly, if you want to add any other additional information for the party details, then you have to click the drop down and you have to click on Add Custom Field, and that field will get added under the Party Details section. Similarly, you can add the columns in the Items table. For that, you have to click on Add Custom Field, and that column will get added to the Items table. Below that, there is a Miscellaneous Details option. From here, you can add the bank account on the invoice, and if you wish to add any new bank account, then you can click on Create Bank Account. You can also add the terms and conditions, and if you wish to add any signature, or if you want to leave the empty space on the invoice, then you can select Leave Empty Space, and an empty space will get added on the invoice, and here you can sign manually on the hard copy of the invoice. After making all the required changes, you have to just click on Save Changes. Now we will see the reports that are available on myBillBook application. On the navigation bar, click on Reports, and here you will find variety of reports such as GST reports, transaction reports, item reports, and party reports. Under GST reports, you can check the balance sheet. Then you have GSTR1 report, GSTR2 report, GSTR3B report, and when you open the GSTR1 report, you can also download it in the JSON format. Similarly, we have TDS reports, TCS report like TCS payable, TDS receivable, TCS payable, and TCS receivable. And for the transaction report, we have bill-wise profit report. Then we have a cash and bank report, expense category report, profit and loss report, and sales summary report. Similarly, for items and party, we have item batch report, low stock summary report, stock summary report, item sales and purchase summary report, and for the party, we have receivable aging report, party statement, party-wise outstanding, and sales summary category-wise. Now, if you wish, you can also mark any of these reports as your favorite report just by clicking on the star button. And you will see those reports will get added under the favorite section. Next, we have a CA report sharing feature. And this feature will allow the users to share their GSTR1 and GSTR2 reports directly to their CA's mail ID and to their WhatsApp number on the first of every month. For that, you have to click on CA report sharing, and you have to enter the details like your CA name, CA WhatsApp number, and the CA email ID. After entering the details, you have to click on Save Details, and you have to select which reports you want to send to your CA. Either you can select GSTR1, or you can select GSTR2, or you can select both the reports, and click on Save Changes. Now we will see some accounting solutions that are available on myBillBook application. First is the Cash and Bank feature. Here you can add all your bank accounts that you are operating for your business, and also you can check the informations like total balance you have, total cash in hand you have, and the total balance in the bank accounts that you have added to your business. If you want to add any new bank account, then users have to click on Add New Account, and they have to enter the details like account name, opening balance, as of date. Next, they have to toggle this on Add Bank Details, and here they can enter the details like bank account number, IFSC code, bank and branch name, account holder's name, and UPI ID. And please note that when you add the UPI ID of the bank account and when you add this bank account to your sales invoice, then a UPI ID and the corresponding QR code will also be displayed on the invoice. So the customers can make the payment by scanning the QR code or through the UPI ID. Now, if you click on cash in hand, then it will display all the cash transactions that you have made earlier. Similarly, when you select any bank account, then you can see the bank account details and all the transactions that you have made using this bank account. Next, we have a e-invoicing feature. From here, you can easily make your e-invoices. Just you have to click on Start Generating E-Invoices and you have to add GSP username and password, and you can easily start creating your e-invoices. Next, we have a automated bills option. Now suppose you have any regular customer who is buying the same products on a monthly or on a daily basis, and for that particular customer you are creating the same bill each time. Now instead of creating multiple bills for that customer, you can create a automated bills for that particular customer. Just you have to click on Create Automated Invoice. Then you have to select the start date and end date. Next, you have to enter the frequency, and here you can select the frequency either daily, weekly, monthly or yearly. Next, you can select the due date, and then the process is same as the sales invoice. Here you have to add the party name. Next, you have to add the items. Then you can add additional charges, discount, notes, and the bank account details, and then click on Save, and your automated bills will get started. You can pause or you can stop this automated bill anytime if you want. Just you have to select this bill and you can click on Stop or Pause as per your requirement. Next, we have a expense feature. Now here you can record all the expenses that you have made. Just you have to click on Create Expense, and here you will get the option to create expense record with GST or without GST. Next, you have to select the category like bank fee and charges, employee salaries, printing and stationery, and the other expense categories. And you can also create a new one by clicking on Add and Manage category. Next, you have to add the items. Click on Add Items, and please note these items are different from your inventory item. As you can see here, I have not added any expense item, so I can create a new one. Click on Create Expense Item, enter the name, let's take printer, enter the purchase price, and you can select without tax or with tax, and then you can click on Save Item. Now your expense item is created. You can select, enter the quantity, and click on Add. Next, you can also add the original invoice number here, means against which invoice you are creating this expense entry. And you can add the date, select the payment mode, and if you want to add any note, you can enter it in the respective field. Now click on Save, and your expense record will get created. Now we will see some business tools that are available in myBillBook application. First is the staff attendance and payroll feature. Here you can add the details of all your staff members, and you can also mark the attendance of your staff members on daily basis, such as present, absent, or a half day, paid leave, week off, and you can also add the overtime. If you want to add any new staff member, just you have to click on Add Staff, and here you have to enter the name, mobile number, salary payout type, and the salary. Next, you have to enter the salary cycle, and if you have any opening balance with them, then you can enter the amount and you can select to pay or to collect. Once all the details are entered, click on Save, and your staff member will get added to your account. Now, when you select any particular staff member, you can check the details of that particular staff, and if you want to make payment, then you can click on Make Payment, and here you have to select the payment type as salary, bonus, advance payment, or a loan, and you have to select the date, enter the amount, and click on Save. And from here you will also get the option to download the salary slip of the staff member. Next is the Manage Users feature. Here you can add different users to your account. For example, if you have a salesman and a delivery boy, then you can add them here with their respective roles. Here just you have to click on Add New User and you have to enter the name, enter the mobile number. Next you have to select the role such as salesman with edit access, salesman without edit access, delivery boy, stock manager and partner. Next you have to select the business. If you have multiple business, you can select the business from here in which business you are adding this stuff. Next you have to click on Save and the invitation will be sent to the user, and when they log in on myBillBook with their mobile number, then their status will get updated to joined. Similarly, you can also add your CA to your business account. Just you have to click on Add Your CA and you have to enter the details like name, mobile number, user role, email ID and the business. Next we have a online store feature, and from here you can create your own online store and your customers can directly place the orders from here. From the store settings option, you can change the settings of your online store as per your requirement. And whenever you need, you can disable this online store just by using this toggle button. Next we have a SMS marketing option. You can use this feature to promote your business by creating campaigns for any festival, or you can give a discount on any particular product. Just you have to select the template, click on Select and Edit, and you can edit it as per your requirement. Next you have to click on Continue and you can send these campaigns directly to your party. Lastly, we also offer our customer the convenience of applying loans directly through our software. If you are in need, then you can easily submit a loan application with us. At the bottom of the navigation bar, you will see a settings button. And from here, you can change your business settings, account settings as per your requirements. And from here, you can also close your financial year. Here you will also find help and support option. And here in the search box, you can type your query and we will provide you a guide or a video-based solution. You can also contact us on a given number through a call or through a WhatsApp, and you can also have a live chat with us and we will directly solve your queries there. Lastly, if you have any suggestions for any potential updates to the software, please feel free to share them. We value and welcome all suggestions and each one will be carefully considered.